Hi, welcome to the video. I've been employed by Darren at Premiere Pros to basically have a look through the website and give my professional opinion on this particular project. Obviously, he's given me an insight into what has happened in terms of the previous developer, obviously publishing this site as a kind of finished product. Obviously, I don't know the full ins and outs, but I have been explained a lot by Darren. And as far as he is concerned, obviously he's paid for a website that obviously has been delivered in this capacity, which is obviously incomplete and shouldn't really have been made live at all. Just basically because it's still got a load of demo images on. It's got, issues in the back end with the form. So even if someone were to contact Darren, he wouldn't have received the inquiries and things like that. But I'll run through quickly a list of the things that would need obviously rectifying, or should have been done when the site was delivered. So first thing first is obviously the phone number at the top here. I understand Darren hasn't got a phone number yet, but that should have just been removed. None of the social media links are linked up. Now, I'm not sure whether these were provided, but the developer who has been working on this project has obviously had 2 weeks to deliver this project, so he's had plenty of time to ask for the elements that he needs. And on the first day he started the project, obviously at that point he should have requested, the phone number, all the social media links, all the images that are obviously required for the different sections, for instance, this part of the site, and obviously the content for the pages. Now, I know some content was sent over, obviously the Who We Are page. I'll just go through this page quickly. Obviously these images, you just can't deliver a website with these images on. They're demo images that came with the theme. Just by removing these images and having that content obviously full width, if Darren's not sent you any images for the About Us page, that's fine. But again, you could have asked, the way that we work, we would have run through a brief beforehand and then run through each page and asked what exactly you require in terms of the wireframe. So whether it was going to be a 2/3 by a 1/3 with a certain image there, or just go through the whole design of the page instead of delivering it without really, speaking with the client in terms of, is he actually happy with, the page. So yeah, that's the About Us page. I'll just click this button here. So this goes to the Schedule a Call page. And we can obviously go 15-minute meeting, select the time, enter details. So that obviously that call now, should have gone to the email address info@premierpros.com. That's the email that Darren uses for the site. And that doesn't happen. Obviously the blog page, it still has, a load of Latin text on, no blog posts. Obviously Darren is still collating the blog information, I think. I'm not sure if he did send anything over, but even if he hasn't at that stage done that, you could have kind of chased it up beforehand and obviously not included the demo post, for example. Another thing I'll touch on is Darren mentioned that you were going to do actually a custom design. Now, obviously, this is using a theme, a theme that you can buy. So it isn't actually a custom design. Now, there's nothing wrong with themes. Me and Darren have spoke about this, but apparently you have said, that you was going to do a custom developed theme, which I'm unsure as to why you would say that when Darren was happy with the having a theme, but then working obviously with the theme to change it up so it didn't look like the original demo theme. Obviously that should make sense to you as a developer. Another thing is the menu doesn't stay uniform throughout the site. So this says every page that you go to from the home page, you've not set the standard menu for each page. So that's obviously quite a big mistake. Our services links to the section on the page, which again is fine, but I understand that you was going to do SEO on the site, and obviously this is just absolutely pointless for SEO. There's no content, there's no page titles. Every one of these sections should have really had its own page, and you should have really told him that. And obviously he can provide the content for the pages, and then you can then obviously use the titles for the page titles and the meta titles, and obviously use the keywords through there. Again, the home page will come down. This is part of the original demo theme, and then this doesn't look very good at all, does it? This is actually a section from the original demo theme, and it's not even lined up. There's images missing. That should not be on there at all, and it takes 2 seconds to delete that section there. Testimonials, obviously you have done that, but again, you could have this as a 3-column, 1, 2, 3 testimonials. I don't know why you've only just put one there. That's just my opinion. But again, these are things that are kind of standard basic things that you should do as a web designer. Again, we come down to this section here. Can't really say anything about this section. To me, it's a bit pointless. It's too large. This could be reduced to, here, and then there should be really a call to action button there for me. Again, this form doesn't send to Darren direct. The contact numbers, again, they should be removed. The address should be changed. What is that email address? It's just not even relevant to the site. Terms and conditions, I've not actually looked at this. I don't really need to look at that, to be fair. There's just plenty going on there. I hope you understand as a developer that this isn't a finished product. So if this is what you've delivered as a finished product, you must know that it's 100% not good enough. There's just so much more to do on the site, and if that's the case of Darren sending over some more information, you did have 2 weeks to obviously go through that with him. That should have been sorted out on the initial phone call. Like I say, we go through a complete brief. I think it's a 9-page document. Only takes about 10-15 minutes, but we take all the information, and then we decide on a theme. If we're going to use a premium theme, which we do for about 90% of our clients, because obviously you're able to keep the cost down, but then there's going to be little changes that they want doing. They don't want you to install the demo data and then just change it up for themselves. For instance, I'll just show you a website that I've done for my client. So this is Callia's theme, and it's just a standard e-commerce website. So just take a look at that. And then this is my website, which is based on the same theme. Obviously, you can kind of tell little elements that are the same, and that's just because obviously I like the tab and he liked the tab, so he wanted to keep that. But you can see the menu's totally different. The logo's in the middle. You hover over it, a pop-up box. That doesn't happen with mine. Everything's different throughout the whole thing. The slider is totally different. And obviously, as you can see with my site, it's just that's using the same theme, but it's totally different. So as you can see, that's the kind of thing that Darren obviously wanted, and I'm pretty sure that you can agree. Even like this section here, yes. So where it says there, we have worked with the following industries there. Ideally, you could have done that with these images here as well, and that should have said, industries that we've worked with. You could include, some nice background fade outs to make it look a little bit better and split the sections up. Just having one big section, this needs to be split up really. So, you know, you could have had the boxes here, corporate, you know, car industry, hospitality, you know, you've just left the demo packs in. I mean, I don't even know why you've left that in. That could have just been deleted, to be fair. It would have been better just to delete that and have it without that, and then this would be, you know, at least the right information's on this page. So that's just a few of the things we've touched on. If, in my professional opinion, obviously it isn't finished. I mean, I think you will admit it isn't finished as well. You know, we're not here to pick apart people's work. You know, I don't enjoy doing that. It's just I was employed by Darren to, I don't know Darren in any way, shape or form. You can have a look at my business. We don't even live near each other. And, you know, we do kind of do this every now and again for people because, you know, we also want to kind of educate the developer as well in terms of if you need to obviously improve the way that you deliver your web design service, I'll send you my web design brief for free, so it helps you out in the future. But you know, obviously you don't want to get complaints against you all the time either. And you know, delivering websites like this is only just going to cause more grief for yourself in the future as well as then having unhappy clients. So you know, there are some nice things about the website. It's not all bad. You know, I mean, like this top section with a better image in the background would be very nice. I like the way the text comes in. It works well on a mobile. It's just all the little things that then add up into one big annoyance for the client. So, you know, hopefully, if you need to speak to me, I can give you my contact details, or Darren can pass them on. I'm not, you know, fussed. That's not up to me. That would be up to Darren. But hopefully, you and Darren can come to some agreement and you know, offer maybe a partial refund if you're willing to do that. But there you go. Thanks a lot.